everyone, welcome to or welcome back to Nora's Cove. If you're new here, I'm Yoshida, and here at the Cove we like to budget and plan in confidence using a planner. Today, you guys, we're going to be doing our weekly budget, but we got a recap in the old. I'm sure you saw my new budget planner setup of my Classic HP. I'm excited to use her. She's missing a few little things that's in here, so we're going to have to reference here for a minute. And I thought about just taking out like these pages, bringing them over, so that's what we're gonna do. Matter of fact, let's take this out. And y'all, the math was not math, and I went over this a couple of times. I'm still off by a couple dollars, but I think that's because what I started with my rollover wasn't correct. So let's start with this. Also, I did this with my Plan With Me, but I feel like I need to do a separate video for the budget planner because we got a lot going on, but I wanted to do a review. We'll just do a monthly review. Kind of, since I'd already did the monthly kind of setup in here, we'll kind of go over the February in here. So here's my new budget planner. I'm going to try to be consistent with her. This is, I'll try to remember to link the video up above, but let's go to where the paycheck should be. This is monthly. I'm definitely going to change out these rings because I cannot turn the rings. Let's see if I did the monthly in here. We're going to do the monthly. I know we're about 2 weeks late, but it's okay. So this is the paycheck budget. Again, we're going to just reference the one from the half letter. And this is what I have rolled over. I'll just go through this because I've already done the numbers. This is what we spent last week, at least what I wrote down. And I have a difference of like $15.89 between what added up here and what added up here. And the only thing I could think of is just something miscellaneous that I forgot. But this is all the spending that we did. This is all the money that we made. Let's go over our numbers really, really quickly. Zoom in a little bit. Anyway, where's my pen? Little pointer. So rollover we guesstimated was 307. This I think is the problem because it really wasn't like 307. We were off about maybe $10 or so. I think if I was correct last week, it was around like $298, something like that. But with my numbers from the other one, it was 307. So I just left it because I felt like it's there somewhere. Needless to say, we guesstimated 1,000. We did $685 in hair. We did $210 in nails. And then we did $66 at NoCo, which is more than this, but I have a loan that I paid through. But this is what I paid myself because I got ink, which I'm buying every week. And I'm going to figure out a way to just go back to my ink plan because I still have that printer. And the printer that I'm using, it just used to do the dashboards, not necessarily insert stickers and all of that. Okay, so then here we have the bills. We didn't have really heavy bills. We should have had a heavy bill, which was State Farm. But as you can see, the money just was not there to pay State Farm. We only made enough to pay State Farm pretty much. But we had Amazon at $15.89 came in, Apple, T-Mobile, Apple Music, and that just came in like today, but Canva has not come in yet, and I don't know why, but sometimes it'll probably show up next week like the 10th, so we didn't get that come through. The money was there, and it is still there, but it hasn't come through. And then we had Acuity, which is my booking site, come through. I bought ChatGPT. I went down that rabbit hole, and boy, I mean, it's paying off already, but so we paid that, so we have a ChatGPT. And then I did my offering at church for $5 and my suite rent. And when I was doing my numbers, I kept saying I'm off like $400 or $300. What is going on? And I realized suite rent. So we came in at $473.20. We got products this week, and I think that's what I did. I took money, pretty much the rollover money. And Monday I got nail products because there were so many things that I needed, and I spent $86.25. It scratched through because I just combined the two. Gas and car wash, that came in at $69.06, and then my total here was $253.16. And I just have a little sticky note of how much I spent on hair supplies and how much I spent on nail supplies. Like, let me show y'all something. When y'all don't want to pay people for their getting your nails done, it costs me more. I always say hair supplies are more, but nail supplies are more. It costs me more, and I spent over $100 in nail supplies, and this is on the low end because a lot of stuff I've already bought. Like my monomer cost me $200. I need to start saving for that. It's not ready to run out, but it has lasted me. But I spend $200 just for a gallon of monomer, just the one I use. Yes, I could probably buy something cheaper, but my retention, I know I'm going left, get back to the center, Yoshida, but my nails generally on my clients last for 4 to 6 weeks. Some just come 2 because that's what they want. My one client, she's going to make it to 4, okay? She's going 4, and that's what she likes about coming because her nails last, but I'm going to get off of that. But pay your nail techs, okay? Tip them because I spent more. And y'all, let me tell you what this $86.25 in nails were. Files, okay? Files, top coat, buffers. There was no chemicals bought, okay? No chemicals bought. No chemicals, okay? I didn't even get my scrubs and stuff like that. I did get one salt bath thing, but it was a small thing, okay? But this is pretty much files, buffers, and polish, okay? I'm gonna hop off that train. Here it's just like gem glue and some nippers. That's what the $26.89 was from Amazon. Okay, Yoshida, focus. But needless to say, pay the people, okay? Pay your service providers. I understand it's a luxury, but pay them because it's expensive for us to run our business. But back on track here, I spent $253 in expenses. Envelopes. Oh boy, Yoshida. Anyway, envelopes I spent. Miscellaneous is $195. Food, grocery, $173.68. There was a lot of eating out. This week. NoCo. We had to get ink, $88.45. And then my total here is $45.93. And then down here in savings, we had the 24 that I had put aside last week came out this week. And then the savings, for my cash savings, I ended up saving $44 this week, which came up to $68. So down here in our summary, as you can see, we made $1,268 minus our bills, which is $473.20, expenses $253, envelopes $457, savings $68, and then here I put $1,571. That's what it says my remainder is, but in my bank account my remainder is $22. Excuse me, my rollover is $22.41. I don't think I have any cash on me, and so that's why this says $22.41. All right, we're gonna find somewhere to stick this. Let's stick this in here. So that's why I like this weekly spending total, because it gets me right. I write down everything I make. Everything I make and everything I spend, because I can kind of reference that, and then I can kind of fact check in my planner, my CP Petite. All right, we're off of that. So this is the week of February 9th through February the 15th. So we have rollover here, hair, nails, and NoCo. I'm going to put 100 for NoCo. This week supposedly is my quote-unquote busy week in hair, but it's just been slow. I'm a little scared, but we're going to just put 900 here. And then for nails, so far I don't have anybody, but I know that someone will call, so we're going to put 100. And our total we didn't have a big rollover this week. So that's 1,100. We're going to take off the 41. So $1,122 is what we're guesstimating. Okay, I don't want to flip, but let's do this. Hold on, let's take this out. because I'm gonna try to, my goal is to actually use this planner this time. But she's a big girl. She's a big girl, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, these I'm gonna have to switch out this because I don't like force. And as you can see, she's not stuffed like my half letter, but she's not working for me. Okay, so this is the little decorating I did for February. Nothing major. I said I'd come back with you guys and do a little something, but I just needed it to be functional, and I didn't want to color code. So let's look. We have the week of the 9th through the 15th. We have Allie on the 11th. I have State Farm down here, but I'm just not sure where. So on the 13th, we're gonna do an FCU. Allie is gonna be $754. That's what I'm budgeting. I need to make this about $70 for Navy Federal Credit Union. Also on the 13th, we have CapCut, which I don't even know how I'm ended up paying CapCut, but I think it's like $10 and some change. I'm just gonna put $10. And then the 14th, we need to pay Sweet Rent, and that's $300. And then somewhere here, we have to pay State Farm. I will see. I don't see it adding up, but we're just gonna put it here. We're not gonna include it in our total because, as you know, I'm self-employed, so these numbers may change, and so there may be room for us to pay them. Also, here are my priorities in my monthly, and these are my tasks. Savings need a due date. I want to start giving my savings a due date, and to me, I think Mondays are just a great day, so I'm gonna assign those. We need to start cash envelopes this month. Allie extra payment. I want to start my investments again, and savings extra, something here. And then these are the things that I need to take care of this month. So let's see how much all of this ends up being. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Without State Farm, everything comes to $1,134, and as you can see here, we have 1122 minus 34. We're going to be in the negative $12, but it's okay. These are the things. I don't have any expenses that I know of this week. I have like a half a tank of gas. I'm not planning to go nowhere. I don't need any gas. Envelopes. These are the things that I spend on my spending tracker. Let me pull this out and let's see. And this next thing I'm going to make available for download. I've had it, but I gotta test it out. Check budget envelopes. Where is it? I need to put a sticker on this so I can find it. Here we go. There's a stick on it. Okay, so these are kind of like my categories, which I will be putting over here. So we already have bills here. Expenses, NOCO would go here, but for now, we don't have anything planned for NOCO. Miscellaneous, salon, which I don't need, but we know we're doing food and grocery. We have miscellaneous. I've been not having, as you can see, having to put money towards the family thing, but then here we go with savings. So savings is already here. I don't think, I may need to buy snacks for the salon, so I'm going to leave salon here. Like I said, NOCO, we may need some more ink this week. So these are the things, like what I do at the end of the week are the things that I fill in. So yeah, we'll be referencing her. Like, she was just perfect. Why I want to switch, I don't know, because now I have to put all these things in here. So it's okay. She'll get there. So that is what's going on. Let's put this back. Oh my God. This is crazy. I wonder what's wrong with these. And they don't even rotate. All right, so we have last week's budget. So this is what we have going on this week. So far, we're in the negative $12. Yeah, negative $12. Normally, we've been, for the past, since the beginning of the year, we've been rolling over more than $100. Like I said, that's why I like writing things down, because I kind of realize what's going on. One, that eating out, that's one. Okay, that's always been a problem, and I just snuck and crept back up on me. The miscellaneous spending, it's just be something minor. A lot of my miscellaneous it's my household stuff is included in here. It may be air freshener, stuff like that. We need to bring that back down, but other than that, we'll see how the week go. This could as well jump up to $1,500, but because it's been slow, I'm just gonna leave it at $9. But we'll check in next week and see what the week brings us. But I'm praying for a little prosperity. Speaking of prosperity, and I know y'all know I don't want to say that, because that's the whole point of what I'm about to say. I'm not going to speak on my ADHD, but at church today, the pastor was talking about speak up, think up, talk up. And I want to make a dashboard on this, because he was saying so many times we kind of dwell in our situations and we talk about the past, and I found myself doing that. And the first thing came to mind when he was talking about this was me in my video the other day of setting this up. I was talking about how everything went left, how I don't want to print the inserts because I'm scared, I'm terrified. And that was something that he was talking about, was like speaking fear. We speak fear into our, we pray fearful prayers. And a lot of times we pray fearful prayers over our children, and like, oh Lord, don't let them be in an accident. Oh Lord, don't let them get hit by a car. Oh Lord, don't let them be in a shooting, and all this crazy stuff. And it just made me think about myself, because those are some of my prayers. And he was talking like, if you hear a siren, like, oh Lord, that's my son. Oh Lord, that's my child. And that's not the case. So you have to speak up. And what do you mean by that is talk up about yourself, talk up about your life. And I don't want to do that anymore on this channel. Like, I think that kind of, in my opinion, I'm like, I know this from the past. Like, you can run people away just talking down. And I was having a conversation with another shop owner, and just saying, thinking about your value, and I didn't think I had value here in the community, and that's one of the reasons I left. But now that I'm back, and people are, thank you again to all those who welcome me back. But those are our own thoughts. I know I'm on a whole situation here, but I just wanted to share this. I felt like I needed to share this. So, because like I said, I'm going to do a dashboard about it, but speak up. And that means speak up about yourself. Not necessarily to speak up for someone else, but speak up. And up means like, don't talk down, talk up. Like, don't think down, think up. You want to lift your spirit. So I know I'm saying it here, and sometimes I get caught in my own head, but I want to do better about speaking positivity over my own business, over my own life. So that's why I said these numbers can change at any time. I'm not going to say, woe is me. I'm not going to say that this is the final number, because it's not. It could be less, but we're going to speak up and say that it is going to be more. But I just thought I'd share a little piece of my sermon with you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching and dealing with me in my craziness sometimes. But again, like I just said, we're going to speak up. I'm not crazy. I am just passionate about what I do and the things that I offer. So I will see you guys in my next video. Prayerfully, we're going to have some more new rings. And I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you for stopping by. Again, as usual, if today was your first time watching any of my videos and you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell. Come back for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.